So for those who aren't familiar with affiliate programs, I think this is a really good example. So I think just this week, Instagram announced that they're launching an affiliate program. And primarily that will be geared towards influencers. So think about your own Instagram account and the people you follow, celebrities, politicians, athletes. They're going to begin posting things. And if they post something and someone were to buy it, now that influencer gets a piece of the pie, 5 to 10% of what that is, specifically gearing toward Instagram influencers who have a certain large number of followings. And if you think about that, Tapestri is doing something similar, but we're not going after influencers. You can be an influencer and be an affiliate with us, and we welcome you. But we're going after the everyday consumer. And as Danny says, you can go to your friends, family, and colleagues, post it on social media, and earn. For the longest time, this type of opportunity has been gone to celebrities and the big marketers and the big tech companies keep all this data internally. And that's kind of the best metaphor is we're basically trying to empower everybody to make a living in this data revolution where all the big tech companies, the 5 most valuable companies on the planet are all technology companies. The largest companies in the world, in the history of the world, are all technology companies. I think it's about time that we kind of just flip that and kind of make the money and all the earnings go back to you and I. So that's our goal. And that's a good metaphor for those who, when you're sharing this, why be an affiliate? Because Amazon has an affiliate program and Instagram has an affiliate program and so does Walmart. So those are my 2 cents. Just wanted to say that really quick.
Walter, before we get into the questions, I would really appreciate if you would introduce Tom to the team and let him talk for a few minutes about the particular gifts that he brings to this incredible opportunity.
Yeah, welcome. So Tom Bullock out in Seattle is one of the founding members of Complementix and of Tapestri. A really good business development guy, sales guy, and an all-around good father and a great gentleman. So I want to welcome Tom Bullock to the Tapestri team and introduce him to you guys.
Thank you very much, Walter, and everyone on the call. I'm really honored to be able to speak with you today. So as Walter said, I'm one of the founding members. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer. And so that means that I'm on the front lines and responsible for taking the data, productizing it, and then selling it, making money on it. In my role at Complementix, it's very similar. And I've got to tell you that the amount of inbound interest that we get at Complementix is fantastic. And Walter and I and our team we've built a very successful business monetizing data. So we understand how to do it, where to do it, et cetera. I want to talk a little bit about the uniqueness of Tapestri too. As you've heard today, this is an opportunity through our affiliate program to really grow the company fast. And by growing it fast, that means we'll have millions of users signed up. And the value of the data, let me talk about that. So today at Complementix, we collect data from apps and we have to pay them for it. With this model, we're going to go direct to the consumer with the help of all you affiliates. And then the data is first party, meaning it's all opt-in and it's super high quality. We've built the data collection engine so that we can collect the most valuable data with the maximum amount of density, which is really critical for buyers. And then moving forward, the industry is starting to clamp down on data collection. And so third-party companies like Complementix may find it difficult in the future. With Tapestri, that's not going to happen because we're working direct with consumers. They've signed up. They want to make money from their data, and it's going to be successful for everyone.
Well said. Thanks, Tom. Over to you, Chuck.
Walter, we've got some good questions, and I want to encourage everybody. We got a little bit of time here. We set aside an hour every week to do this presentation and answer your questions. Danny has already put in the chat the link to the Facebook group. We get a lot of feedback. Danny's done an incredible job putting the tools there for you, and those tools will keep coming. So check out the chat. You can see that link. But let me go through some of these questions, and there are some good ones today. Walter, you're going to like them.
I like it.
This is one of your favorite questions. Monica Young asked, how do I respond to the objection? It sounds like a pyramid scheme. I know you'd like to address that one head on.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people that are affiliates may have a background in multiple marketing, which is a viable way to do business. We are a two-tiered affiliate program. Like I said earlier, Instagram, Amazon, Walmart, Overstock, Wayfair, Hey Needle all have affiliate programs. And behind them is an army of people like yourself pushing their products. They primarily make money when they sell a product or something like that. Our goal is to say to the average consumer, you can download the app and make money with your data. You'll never pay anything. And I would say that's 90% of the users who will ever hear about Tapestri. But for the 10% of people like yourself who are more entrepreneurial, you'll say, I want to pay $10 a month and actually open up that second tier and earn more money. What we're not doing is taking your $10 and paying millions of users for their data. If the math doesn't work out, that is a pyramid scheme by definition. It will implode and ruin my reputation, Tom's, Chuck's, Danny's, and waste all of your time. We're not doing this. We've been doing this for over a decade. We've built, as Tom mentioned, a successful company. We're not trying to ruin your time and mine. What we are trying to do is say, we want the $10 a month for our company to kind of be like the Prime. This is our Costco membership. This is our Amazon Prime business. That's our profit. We'll pay 80% of the revenue when we monetize the data over back to the user. With that $10 per month, we will add additional tools to make it easier for you guys to market the product. So we are a technology company with a two-tiered affiliate program. This is not a pyramid scheme. We'll have 90% of our users be users and not be affiliates, and we'll just pay them for their data and monetize it. So hopefully that answers that question. I like that question. It comes up from time to time because the minute people think of the monthly, they're thinking we're just cycling money, and we are absolutely not.
Michael Barnes asked 4 questions in the chat. And Michael, I forgot to tell you, your limit is 3, so I'm going to pick your 3 best ones. I'm kidding. So, Walter, the first one is, what happens if I don't want to be tracked for a while? Say, like, I want to turn off for 8 hours. Do I lose payment for the short time, the month, or am I thrown out of the program?
No, you're not thrown out of the program. So there's a feature on the app that you can stop tracking for a day, and you can literally hit that every single day if you want. We'll automatically send a push notification to you 24 hours later to get you to turn it back on, but you are not earning while that is stopped, which makes sense. So hopefully we'll remind you and you turn it back on, but if it's off, it is off. That's the first question. What was the next question?
Yeah, the next one I really like too. You say $5 to $25 a month. What determines the amount? Is it where I live, where I travel, or what the company's paying you, or does everyone get paid the same?
Yeah, so I love what you said in the last point. We want to get to the point we could pay everyone the same amount of money across the board. That is the future of this company, but starting out, we can't do that. Even with Complementix, there are dating apps that do exceptionally well, maps and weather apps that do really well, and other apps that make less. It really depends on the phone and what we can actually collect. We understand that older phones have an older battery, and most of these companies, Google and Apple, have what they call built-in obsolescence, meaning over time your battery goes bad, which is really French for they want you to buy a new phone. But we understand that. If you have an older phone, we don't want to drain that battery. So we will collect less events, and generally that means you earn less. So I heard earlier somebody had DoorDash users and Uber drivers. These guys are going to be at the top of that pay scale. They're driving so much. We're seeing lots of events from those users. And sometimes we'll see less events, they'll earn less. We do have surveys and profile questions that the consumer can answer. And all of those questions, if you answer them, will just drive up the monthly earnings. So there will definitely be a variance primarily based on the hardware of the phone.
The next question ties right into that. Is there anything we can do as users to increase the amount we can earn during a typical month?
Yeah, so one of our slogans is, it's your day to get paid for it, but living your life is normal. What we don't recommend is you driving more or doing extra things to earn more. What I would also recommend is just if you want to answer some more survey questions, share the app as just an average user, or obviously join the affiliate program to earn more.
How do you verify to us that the data is anonymous, that you're not sharing our personal information?
Yeah, so we have 2 databases. Let's say in the first database is you sign up with your email, globalcheck@gmail. And then there's the location data which we're collecting from you. It's completely separate. So when we actually deliver data, it's not tied to an account. It's not tied to my account either. All it is a random ID which is anonymized, going into a point of interest, like a grocery store, a gym, or something like that. Completely anonymous. So Complementix, Tapestri, every history of any company we've ever been a part of monetizes data anonymously. We're not in the what we call PII, personal identifiable space. That's not our business and not something we're interested in.
We have what's called a Founders Club membership right now. It's something Walter put in place. Basically what it means is all of us that become affiliates prior to the actual physical launch of the app, which is coming hopefully later this month, obviously, but everybody who became an affiliate and paid their $9.95 before the app went live, they receive a special benefit. Number one, they get 12 months free subscription. So when someone becomes an affiliate, they pay $9.95. They're going to get the receipt saying, hey, your next payment's due in 30 days. But we actually manually go into your back office and we suspend your monthly subscriptions for a year. So you get a year free as a Founders Club member. That program is scheduled to stop the day the app goes live. Now, as far as the super affiliate, there is no time limit to become a super affiliate. A super affiliate means you personally have 10 affiliates that you introduce to the company, 10 active. At the end of each month, we'll check and see who is an active super affiliate, and they'll be entitled to that 50% match, and they'll be part of the orphan pool of users that come in without a parent that following month. So that's the super affiliate. There is no time limit. I had a question out here also about the 50% match. I'll try to explain it a little different way and see if it helps you understand it. You have to have 10 person enrolled affiliates to be a super affiliate. And kind of shake your head. Everybody get that? You have to have 10 person enrolled affiliates to be a super affiliate. And so I want you to imagine for a minute, those 10 are going to be earning dollars on both their first and second tier. It's those dollars that those affiliates earn on their first and second tier that you're going to get a 50% match on each month that you're a qualified super affiliate. But it's not limited to those 10. If you have 40, 50 person enrolled affiliates, you're going to get that 50% match on all of them. You just have to have at least 10 to qualify as a super affiliate. Now, the part that gets a little confusing is we also pay that 50% match on your second tier. So your friends' friends, anybody on that second tier, it could also be in a parent-child relationship, it could be like your grandchild. Anybody in that second tier that becomes an affiliate, when they earn the dollars in their first and second tier, you get a 50% match on that also. So I hope that helps. It's all the affiliates in your first and second tier. Whatever they earn in dollars in their first and second tier, you get a 50% match. It could be very lucrative. No guarantees.
Yeah, and again, everything is based on the data. Like, people aren't making money for just bringing on affiliates. It's really based on the data. That's the backbone of our business.
Well said. There is no commission or bonus for enrolling people. The only thing, the enrolling 10, we want to incentivize you to enroll 10. It makes you a super affiliate, which makes you eligible for the bonuses on the dollars that are paid on data.
There's some good questions in here.
Yeah, there really are. Alan wants to know if you're going to start spamming people with a bunch of ads if they put the Tapestri app on their phone.
No, we're not an advertising company. No, that's not our business at all.
Monica Young wants to know what happens if the app is rejected by Apple and or Google.
Yeah, so check mark on Google, so 2 thumbs up there. For Apple, we expect them to come back with questions, right? It's like, why is this here? Why is this there? We'll go back to the drawing board, make changes, and go back. There are clearly apps in the App Store right now that will pay you to do a survey, upload a receipt. So it's not necessarily the consumer data aspect about it that Apple would have a big concern about. So whatever they recommend, we will do to be under the terms of service. But the app developers built this app within their terms of service, and that includes Apple's new framework, which is app tracking transparency. So we're actually pretty encouraged by that.
All right, there are some great questions here, Walter. All right, we got time, so let's go through these. This next one is one that we get from leaders, and they ask, will the app slow down my phone?
No. So here's a good example. Right now, rough last year, most people were working from home. Others are still actually out working. If I'm sitting at my house all day long, Tapestry is not collecting events over and over and over. What we do algorithmically is move to distance. So the minute I leave my house, get on the road, that's when we'll start tracking again. So it's an intelligent tracking system. We also are looking at your battery percentage and the temperature of your battery. That's part of our code. So we take that in consideration. And that's why those who are on older phones will earn less, because we have to do that type of analysis. So it's not going to slow down your phone. With that said, there are built-in tools that Google and Apple both have that will basically make sure that Tapestry or any other app is not taking up all of your battery. If we do, or any other app on your phone does that, those hardware, at the hardware level, Google and Apple will kill those apps, basically make them deactivate. So that is something we're taking quite seriously.
Let's see. I love this question, and it looks like maybe somebody from Vietnam asked it. Is this international or USA only?
US to start, yeah, but we have a pretty aggressive plan to go live globally. Our history at Complementix is monetizing data in every single country, with the exception of like sanctioned countries. Our goal is to go everywhere, but right now the plan is US. By early to late fall, we will be live in most countries, but Canada, Western Europe, English-speaking countries to start, but launching officially just in the United States.
Another great question. I keep saying that, but they really are. If a family has 5 cell phones, mom, dad, children ages 10, 14, 17, will this family have a maximum income of 125 just for having the app on 5 cell phones with no referrals? How does that work with multiple phones in a household?
Yeah, so we want multiple phones in a household. That is the whole goal. Like, that shows me everything. So if someone's going out and buying groceries, someone's doing this, some works from home, some don't work at all. That's valuable. Now, there's some ages in there that are not compliant, right? We don't monetize anyone under the age of 16. So the 10 and the 14 won't count. And if there's a phone being managed by an adult, let's say a 16-year-old that doesn't really have their phone, it's being ran by their mom, we don't want that phone either. But let's say a mom and a wife, or 2 partners, whoever it is, 2 households, so 1 household and 2 partners, yes, that is definitely fair game. And I would say if there's 2 people in that house that are children over the age of 16, it would also qualify and monetize that data.
Great. All right, here's a question I get asked a lot. If someone is a user and they refer people, then a few weeks later they become an affiliate, do they pick up the dollar on the referrals, referred people who joined before he became an affiliate? Bottom line, you do not get paid retroactively on that second tier, but as soon as you become an affiliate, you start earning that dollar on that second tier going forward. Can someone change their email address? If there's a need to change your email address, that it has to be done through support. It cannot be done in your back office. There's a lot of things in the system that are tied to your email address, and so that cannot be done. You have to go through support. Will the app work if I'm using a VPN on my phone?
Yes. So we get that question a lot. And so just to break that down for a second, VPN is really changing the network. So let's say you're in the UK and you wanted to watch Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones wasn't available in the UK quite yet. It made sense to open up a VPN to change your location to the United States so you could watch Game of Thrones. Or you wanted to watch Downton Abbey when it wasn't available when it was live in the UK. That would also work. But with Tapestry, we are GPS based. So the minute we actually see those location signals lat long, we recommend and see that you're in England, and which is a country that's not open quite yet. So it's not really going to work. You could use it to sign up, but the minute we see the location data, we wouldn't pay you on it. So I wouldn't recommend a VPN. If you're using it to hide your browsing data and things like that, that's great, but it really wouldn't work for monetizing data.
All right, I love Michael's question here. You can tell he's been thinking a lot about this. If a user installs a new battery in an old cell phone, will that increase the starting point for the income each month?
That's hilarious. Installs a new battery. So basically gets a new lithium-ion battery in a smartphone. It would. So we would actually see, and again, I would recommend getting it done by an authorized dealer for Google or Apple. But yeah, in theory, we would recognize that that phone has more capacity and we would collect more location events.
We've got somebody, I think it's John, asking, when do you expect Mexico to open up?
Yeah, Latin America will be on the tail end of this year. Definitely something. Central and South America is definitely on the list. A lot of good data down there.
This next question, when do the affiliate program commence and how many merchant accounts are available for payout? I'm not sure I completely understand that question. The affiliate program, right now we're in a pre-build. There's no money being paid out. We're just allowing people to pre-build their affiliate teams. And when the app goes live, that's when the fun starts. That's when we start giving away the app. That's what starts to create income producing activities. And that should be sometime in late June. Is $25 the maximum you can earn from your own data?
Yes, it is.
And I got some people asking me about the how we get paid. You want to go ahead and address that, Walter?
How we get paid?
Yeah,
Like the company?
as far as when we earn our first commissions, they'll be notified that they need to get set up with a payment system that's going to be paying us our commissions. You want to?
That's correct. So yeah, payout comes every 30 days. So just like on a monthly cycle, generally the 15th of each month. And when there's money in your wallet that qualifies for payment, that's anything over $10, that's the minimum. You'll have the requirement to actually request payment. We're using Stripe, a household name. Many people are familiar with it. It's branded like Tapestri, so you won't know the difference, but all the payment processing and merchant directly to your bank account or your Apple or Android wallet will be done by Stripe.
And in our back office, some people are getting confused. They see Pay Quicker and they think they have to register for that, but there's no registration necessary. You'll be notified when you've earned commissions. You'll get set up with Stripe, and your commission will be sent to you as how you choose to be paid. Monica's asking again that VPN issue. Will it work if I'm using my phone in the U.S.? She wants to know if that's correct. She likes to use that when she's connected to Wi-Fi spots.
Yeah, so if you're using a VPN here in the United States, just to, you're at Starbucks, you don't want them peeping on your Wi-Fi, it'll still work. Absolutely.
And David Spangler asked a question I have not heard much, but I like it. He asked, how is the dollar earned? If someone joins in the middle of the month, does it start right away or does it start the first full calendar month? How's that work?
So for the referral, so I Chuck. I share the app with Chuck and Chuck downloads the app. We don't pay out that dollar until that user is active for 30 days. I mean, we actually monetize 30 days worth of that data, and then we actually pay you out on it.
Are we still looking to launch in June?
As soon as we hear back from Apple. So Apple is the waiting hold right now. So that is the thing we're working on.
Very good. And then Tiff asked if we can expand on fundraising. Let me start, Walter, and then I'll let you address it. We are going to have a registration for large fundraising organizations. We do not want affiliates that pay $9.95 calling on the Red Cross, large universities, colleges. We just don't want that. So we're going to have a certification program for the fundraising of large places like that. If you want to have a fundraiser with your local Little League ball team, a local small church, that type of thing, first of all, we couldn't stop if we wanted to. So we're going to allow that. But we just ask that you get educated, get into our Facebook group, know what you're talking about, represent us well, like we would hope you do anyway. So the smaller organizations, ball teams, a sports team at your school, the booster club, things like that, no problem. Obviously, this lends itself well to fundraising. But in larger nonprofit organizations, universities, colleges, things of that nature, you will need to go through a certification program, which is not even available yet. That's not the focus of this company at this time. It may even be as late as early next year before that becomes available, but it will be a certification process for large fundraising organizations. Anything you want to add on that, Walter?
Yeah, so from my perspective, I think fundraising makes sense. It's not something we're looking at pretty aggressively right now. To the points that you just made, if you're calling on the Red Cross or even a church and you want to represent that church or organization well, and there's a lot of tax and legal liabilities behind that I don't know a whole lot about, but maybe do, I would probably recommend speaking to a tax consultant or getting legal advice because there's a lot more to it. But with all that said, I think it does make sense. I mean, people do a whole lot of work to raise money for nonprofits, and this is kind of seamless and works in the background, which is kind of our whole goal. So I definitely think we'll make a lot of inroads there, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot to do. It's just not our priority right now.
Okay, if you got a question, we're wrapping things up here, so get in the chat quickly if you got a question. TC asked a really good question. What does it mean when we say the app goes live and you can start earning on the data? What does that look like, Walter? Because Apple approves it. Are we live immediately, or what actually happens?
Yeah, when the app gets approved in the store, it's live. How we're doing it from a strategy perspective is we're putting our affiliates first. When the app goes live, only those who can download it can only download it from you, the affiliate, by utilizing one of your referral links and your referral code. After 30 days of that, we will open up the app to everybody. That is the plan. But the minute that app goes live in the store, anybody can download it, but they will download it, see all the graphics, they'll get prompted for a referral code, and hopefully they have one of your guys' codes.
Walter, you've also addressed, just to let them understand, as affiliates, we were all introduced to this by somebody. And so
yes,
we don't have to, how's that going to work to where we get credit for all the people we've already introduced that became affiliates as far as them being users of our app? How do you see that working out?
Yeah, so we have a line of code as an SDK, or a software development kit, sitting inside our app that's basically talking to the affiliate system. So when someone downloads a link, let's say /Chuck, and it ends up at the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, it's reading that this app is being derived from Chuck, and that's tracking. And that stays live for 30 days. After 30 days, it will be a standard approach. Now, if somebody went to the Google Store or the Apple App Store on their phone and just downloaded it without any link at all, clearly that will be a house download, which would get attributed as an orphan, which Chuck discussed earlier. There's another question on there. When the app goes live, on our website will be links to the Google Play and the Apple App Store. If a consumer's on their phone and clicks on that link, it will link directly to the store and they can download it.
What about affiliates that are already in the program? Like I had the privilege of introducing this to Ron Woods in Chicago. When he goes to install the app, will he automatically be tied to me as his enroller in Tapestri?
Yes. All that affiliate logic is inside the app. Absolutely. Which is really the backbone of the whole business.
And then David Blood asks, is there a fundraising group for fundraising? No, there is not yet. Just know that if you're planning on doing a small fundraiser, there's no really certification necessary. If you're thinking about doing a bigger one, hold off until that certification is available, or get with support and get approval before you go out there. We want to make sure that people are representing this company properly. This is a potential billion-dollar company here, ladies and gentlemen, and we just have the privilege of being on the ground floor of it. So I think you guys kind of missed the point today a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, but the man who makes it rain was on the call today. So Tom Bullock, I want to thank you for joining us. He's the one that's going out there and working with Walter directly and selling the data to these businesses that creates all the income that you and I are going to be earning for years to come. So let's all give Tom a big hand here and say your prayers for him. Keep him in your prayers. Keep him successful out there doing what he does. Walter, one last thing before we go here. We had a little bit of an issue last couple of days. You want to address that for everybody, what's going on with the website? And I'm really excited about the changes that have already taken place and where we go from here. So you want to just address that real quickly?
Yeah, so we moved from a shared development environment because our website was gaining a lot of traction to a dedicated environment with Amazon web hosting. So that was done today. In the process of doing that, we noticed a lot of kinks that we had to clear out. So now in the process of the website spiking, our website will now auto scale, so we don't expect any other type of latency issues. And also the back-end tracking is a bit more robust. We are also going to rebuild a lot of that stuff back there so it's more robust, but that was the issue that you saw today, moving from a shared environment to a dedicated environment to the website with auto scale. So apologies about the issues you may have saw today.
All right. Thank you very much. And thank you all for being here. Again, Monday night, we've got the training with Danny Walker. And if you've not been on that yet, I really want to encourage you to jump on her. I've been in marketing for 20 plus years, and I'm learning stuff every week from Danny and her guests. She's phenomenal. So jump on there Monday nights, and then we'll be back next Friday, same time, maybe a different link, more than likely a different link. So just check the Facebook group to get the proper link, and we'll be back next Friday. So thank you all for joining us. Have a great weekend. The weekend's when the company just tends to take off. So have a great weekend. Go build your affiliate team.